Hey guys, SirVern back here. Today I'm going to make a quick video on trophies slash achievements. Um, I've seen a few posts on Twitter about it. I think I saw one yesterday that said, I wish Nintendo would add trophies. And then just reading the thread underneath it was interesting to see different people's perspectives. Of course, Nintendo fanboys coming and saying, they don't need it, they haven't had to sink so low yet. You should make your own, whatever, challenges, with other people online and blah, 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 blah. Well, I just want to give my perspective on it. Not that anybody's asking for it, but anyway, so I made a few notes here. So trophies, I guess I was introduced to them first, of course, with Microsoft. I think 360 came out with them, and they were achievements. You get a trophy, an achievement, and they're worth so many points. And then if you get all of them, I think the game may be worth like 1,000 points. It's been a minute since I've dealt with achievements. Yeah. So, but anyway, it was so cool. I loved it. It's just something added further to the game, right? So you could try to get a high achievement score. I think at one time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that they had. Like you could get discounts in the store if you had so many certain gamer score or something like that, and then you could compare trophies or achievements with your friends, and it was just cool to try to get all of it. Just added depth to the game. So here I add some positives with trophies. I'm going to refer more to trophies because that's what I take part in now. I'm definitely more of a PlayStation guy now, so I'm going to refer to them as trophies, but achievements is the same kind of thing. So one of the pluses is it adds more things to games. And what I mean by that is it adds different things to do within games. So if you really love a game, so what I do is I play a game under normal difficulty, right, the first time. And if it's a game that I really love, I'll probably go after the Platinum trophy. And Platinum is similar to getting all the achievements with Xbox. Platinum is just getting all the trophies. The bronze, silver, gold, and then if you get every trophy, you get the Platinum trophy, which is, to me, I think a better system than achievements, because achievements you just get a certain score, certain number of points. Well, a Platinum trophy, every PlayStation user knows that you got every trophy for that. You don't have to know how many points are within a game or whatever. I just think that the trophy system, it did come along later, a little later, but to me, it's just a better system. But it adds more things to games. Like, so you may have to beat a game under hard mode, or kill so many enemies with a certain weapon, that kind of thing. Beat the game in a certain time frame. Find all the things that I wouldn't personally do in games if they weren't a trophy. So you get more out of the game, right? I think. I also heard that it adds more goals. So instead of just searching for the credits at the end of the game, I'd want to do everything. Now, like some people, including like my wife, and like I'll see her play the Switch, and like she'll try to get all the collectibles in a game. And in my head, I'm just like, now, because I've had trophies, I'm like, what's the point? Why wouldn't we just beat the game? And I'll get to this kind of in the negatives, because there are negatives to trophies and achievements. And I understand where that Nintendo fanboy was coming from, but I think there's a whole lot more positives. But I think it adds more incentives to do all the optional things within games, and that's fun to me. I like to get rewarded. I think to hear the little or whatever little hear that little pop and see the symbol, you've unlocked a trophy. I think that adds a lot to a game. If you get all the collectibles and nothing happens, you can't show them off online. There's a reason trophies exist in the first place. There's a reason t-ball kids, baseball players get trophies. There's a reason why you get rings for winning the Super Bowl. You want to show it off an achievement, right? There's a reason that those exist. So I think that it's important or great to add them to a game, because obviously they add something, or there wouldn't be trophies or achievements in real life. There's a reason you get a plaque when you graduate from college. They mail you your diploma. You don't need that stuff. It's neat to put on your wall and show off what you've done. So it adds more incentives. Another thing I wrote is once you beat a game, you can beat it again to pursue the platinum. So, for instance, I just beat Days Gone yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I beat it and I have, I don't know, about half of the trophies. So I looked, and after I beat the game normally, like that's what I usually do. I beat the game the way it's intended probably to be played under the normal difficulty. And then I'll go back and see what's required to get the platinum. Sometimes I'll start off a game going for it, but they hide trophies. You can push a button and unhide them because it might be a spoiler in there. So I want to beat the game, I don't want to know any spoilers. I want to beat the game just raw, just beat the game. And then I'll go back like I did like I'm going to do with Days Gone and look and see, all right, now I need to kill so many enemies with a crossbow, or I need to do this, or I need to beat it under hard, or whatever. I'll go through a game and see if it's possible for me, if it's worth my time for me. But otherwise, once I beat Days Gone, if it didn't have trophies, I would probably just move on. So in that respect, it adds a whole nother element to a game. And then you'll get a trophy for it. Sure, people are like, what are you going to do with that? It's a digital trophy. Well, it's neat. At the end of the year, PlayStation sends you like statistics based on your play, how many trophies you earned, how many platinum, that kind of thing. And I print mine off. I'm super nerdy and put it on the wall. But anyway, it's just, that's my dog, sorry. But it's just something neat to have within a game. Why do you play games in the first place? It's just something fun to add to a video game. And then the last thing I wrote is you can play it in different ways. And that's what I mean, like beating it with certain difficulties or with weapons you wouldn't normally use. I think Ratchet and Clank for PS5 Rift Apart, it has trophies, and I haven't played it yet. I do own it, but I haven't played it. But it'll kill so many enemies with this gun or this gun or this gun. You wouldn't normally do that, but it opens you up to new things. It gives you certain goals to work after. I just think it's great, But I do see the negative side. So I'll get to the negative parts. And I only have one, really. Once you get it, are you done? Once you get the Platinum Trophy, are you done with that game? So that's something to think about. If it's a game I truly love, like I love PUBG, right? Love that game for the PS4. I played it for a long time, and I loved every second of it. Now, the Platinum Trophy was pretty tough to get, right? You had to do things that were insane to me, like get into a vehicle with an enemy. That's insane. Like, how do you go about doing that? Well, it puts you in this path where, like, I've got to play the game in a very different way. And that was fun, right? So I did that. I hid behind a vehicle, saw a guy come up, and as soon as he got in, I jumped in. Or kill like so many people with grenades or whatever it may be. It was so much fun to get. But once I got it, you have the Platinum Trophy, then you run into the issue, is it worth playing anymore? What should I move on to another shooter that has trophies I haven't gotten yet? So that can be a negative, right? Trophies that are easy to get, or platinums that are easy to get, such as Ratchet and Clank, for instance. I've heard that's relatively easy to get. So once you get the platinum, are you really going to go back and play it again if you really care about trophies? That it's kind of up to that person. Personally, I still play PUBG. I have the platinum and still play it because I love that game. But there's some games where it would be a negative because you would never go back. Like I have a buddy of mine who beat God of War, right? For the PS4. Got the platinum, loves the game, talks about it and stuff, but he will probably never go back and play it. And that is a huge detriment to the game. So one example, I beat Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3 before trophies were implemented. And love that game. It's like one of my top 10 games probably of all time. But when they added trophies in, I went back and played it again to get the trophies, right? So as you can see, it adds, I think, more than it deters from a game. But honestly, like for instance, Outer Worlds is for the Switch and the PS4 and everything, right? Um, so I bought it on Switch because I wanted some kind of RPG to play. It's my wife's system, but she has the Outer Worlds, or I have the Outer Worlds on her Switch. Like, I want to play that game and I've started it, but the whole time I feel like I'm wasting my time because I would rather be earning trophies for what I'm doing. And I know that sounds crazy to probably Nintendo players, but once you have trophies, it's kind of hard to go back. If they took trophies away, I wouldn't like it. I know that like Steam has a trophy kind of system. Um, there's a all I can say is there's a reason that trophies and achievements are there. There's a reason Olympic people get medals. There's a reason that trophies exist. There's a reason high score. Like even in the arcades, there's a high score leaderboard, and you type in your initials. There's a reason you want credit for what you've done. So when I see people defend the lack thereof of trophies or some kind of achievement system, I think that's silly. I think they do add to a game more than they deter from a game. Because if you honestly don't care about them, don't worry about it. Play the game because you love the game, right? But I can also see the other side to a small degree, because once you get all the trophies, some people will never go back to a game. But anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video about trophies and achievements because it's something I was thinking about. I love the trophy system. I think it's good that Xbox has the achievement system, and even Steam has some version of it, But anyway, it's been real. Thanks for joining me. All my information is going to be in the description, my Twitter and Twitch and stuff like that. Later.